Hello everyone, how's it going again? Yep, back with my David Bowie countdown collection, and this is my number 19, and I'm giving that to The Next Day. The comeback album, of course, released in March of 2013. As everyone's aware of course, the track which was released on the 8th of January 2013 was Where Are We Now, of course. That was the secret song that just appeared on his birthday on the 8th of January 2013, became available immediately on iTunes then to download. This album was totally recorded in total secret, of course. He worked with a lot of musicians that he'd worked with in the past, of course, Gaylan Dorsey, Sterling Campbell, of course, Jerry Leonard, Earl Slick, which worked on some of the tracks with him as well, as did drummer Zachary Alfred. And he worked with David Thorne also on this album. And Visconti, of course, mixed and produced the album with him as well. The album itself, it's a good album. It's a very, on its release, it got very hyped up because, of course, of the fact that he hadn't done anything in 10 years, of course, since his heart scare there in 2004 during his reality show. The album got very hyped up, and the songs on the album, they a lot of reference to kind of his past, so forth, and generally a lot of reference to probably his Berlin years. It has a very kind of I always feel a feel of Lodger and a Heroes on this album. Not so much Low, not so much the Brian Eno kind of real Brian Eno kind of era. But the songs like The Next Day, which is a great song, Dirty Boys, which is an okay song, Stars Are Out Tonight, which is a fantastic song, Love Is Lost, Where Are We Now, Valentine's Day, If You Could See Me Now, I'd Rather Be High, which is side 1 and side 2. Side 3 is Boss of Me, Dancing Out to Space, How Does Your Grass Grow, We Will Set the World on Fire, You Feel So Lonely You Could Die, Heat, So She, Plan, I'll Take You There. Yeah, as I said, it's a good album. It had, I think it was about 5 songs were released from this album. Where Are We Now, of course, being the first, followed by The Stars Are Out Tonight, followed by The Next Day, followed by Love Is Lost. Perhaps it was 4. I thought it was 5. Yeah. But the album itself, I always feel, Valentine's Day, of course, was released as well as a single, which is one of the better tracks on the album, of course. One of the great tracks, I should say, on the album. All the songs are pretty strong on this album. But the only thing I feel about this particular album is it's very basic. It doesn't... It doesn't, like, I always say he has better albums. I always feel he, of course, been in the position it's in, 19, he does it better. I feel he has better albums than this album. I do like the songs, but I'm not saying, in a way, I feel the album is a little bit overrated, to be honest with you. There are some very good, strong songs on the album, but the songs, I feel, are very basic. It doesn't have anything majorly influential on it. It doesn't kind of... the lyrics, I feel, are very kind of just ordinary, to be honest with you. It's a good Bowie album, but it's a very... I can't just say a basic album, because no Bowie album is a basic album. It's very kind of... standard album, if I may put it that way. The songs, there are some songs which I wouldn't be over keen on. The guitar playing, I feel in a way it's a very safe album. The guitar playing is very safe on it, and you kind of know the tracks that Earl Slick is on, you know the tracks that David Thorne is on, and you can feel Jerry Leonard as well on the tracks he's on as well. So it's... he's worked with the musicians he's worked with in the past, I may say. He did approach Robert Fripp, apparently, to work on this album on him, which would be great, but Robert Fripp had other commitments at the time and couldn't actually make it. But he kept stum about it as well, because this album was done in total secret for about 18 months. They were toying around with this album, and they did keep it very much a secret as well. But yeah, the Where Are We Now, of course, which just came out overnight, as we say there, on the 8th of January 2013, is obviously, it's kind of a reflection on his days in Berlin, his years in Berlin, and you can feel, of course, the lyrics, of course, emphasise that as well. And The Stars Are Out Tonight, of course, which is about celebrities and celebs, so forth. But that's a great song and a great video. Valentine's Day is a great song about the Valentine Massacre, of course. And when but the video was very peculiar, I find, for this, where he's holding the guitar up and that. But he's doing that obviously in reference, I think, with Charlton Heston, of course, which was the gun, all to do with guns and so forth, things like that, which is more political. I don't want to go into any of that. But yeah, Boss of Me is a track I've always liked on the album. I like the guitar playing. I like the kind of melody to that song. Dancing Out to Space, which is kind of it's something like on the Heathen album. I took a trip on a Geminite spaceship, and even kind of reminds me a little bit of the Laughing Gnome. Yeah, because there's a lot kind of reflections on this album, kind of going back to other work as well. But I'm not saying it's copycat, but it's nothing really that's kind of majorly kind of new for him, I feel. It's a very, the word I'll use for this particular album is safe. It's a very safe album, a good album, a great Bowie album, I'm going to say. But yeah, so there you have it. That's number 19, and that is The Next Day. The singles, as I said, that were released were Where Are We Now and The Stars Are Out Tonight, which is a double A side. That lad there, which came out in January. I think The Stars Are Out Tonight was released in February, actually. The song The Next Day, which were released, of course, Valentine's Day, which they were all released on a picture discs or coloured vinyls. That one's a particular picture piece. This one is a white square block piece, and this one is a white vinyl. Yeah, the cover itself, he played around with for a while. He wanted the cover. He had a picture of himself during the Diamond Dogs tour, and he wanted that upside down with a kind of a just blocked out as such, the same kind of idea as what's on this. But he played around with other covers too. He had pin-ups and other albums and Young Americans and so forth. But they decided then to stick with the Heroes album, of course. Good idea. Again, it's safe. The whole thing is safe. In a way, the album is saying it's safe as such, because yeah, he played around with stars and triangles and lots of stuff before he actually decided on this. But yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, of course, only Bowie could think of something like this, of course. But yeah, and it's reflecting back a lot on, I think it's reflecting back on a lot of his past work on this. But he's not taking it to any kind of extremes or anything like that, this album. It's an album you can feel very, but it's an album I listen to and I like, but it's not an album that I automatically say, oh, I'm going to put on the next day as such. It's just one of those type of albums. But I do like this album, and I'm not saying when it was released because of all its hype that I was disappointed in it. I certainly was not disappointed in this album, and it's my number 19, and I'm comfortable to have that there. So thanks, and I shall be back with number 18. Thanks again for watching.